continue this rank. So we're on Legend Rank 9, we have to reach Legend Rank 10 to get our little reward. And we have a couple of hours to do it. Now, I've just finished a nice little Dungeons & Dragons kind of thing session with a few of my friends. They set it up for me for my birthday, which was very nice of them. And there's also, we have 10 hours left. There's also a WWE Supercard Team Road to Glory event, which I need to compete in with my team. It's a very strong and happy little team. So we're going to try and blitz through this quickly, and then we shall maybe play a little bit of Supercard, and then we shall end the stream there. So we've got a few different options here. Now, what's going to be the best for just trying to get through this quickly? You know, I haven't tried Reverse Ethics Buster yet, so let's give that a shot. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. So this is the current build we have. I don't know if it's the correct build, but it is a build. Toolboy seems a bit unnecessary. Okay, let's give it a shot, shall we? I mean, if it doesn't work, then we'll swap pick. Simple as that. I think it's got potential. It's very similar to the Black Luger deck, apart from its Ethics Buster Reverse instead. Against Revenger. Okay, we're against the meta deck. Supposedly the strongest deck in the format at the moment. Okay, we've got the Ethics Buster, that's good. We're also Ethics Buster? Yeah. Also our Ethics Buster. I think we'll do this just now. So I think we'll raid Toolboy because we want as many Beast Deities as possible. Because we have to discard 2 Beast Deities in order to get the effect of Ethics Buster. Okay, there's a Masquerade. This is completely fine. Calling Creeping Dark Goat to the right rearguard circle. That's an interesting choice. And that works out nicely. Now, this starting Vanguard, you need to put it on a rearguard circle rather than behind the Vanguard, because when the rearguard in front of it stands, that unit also stands, so it just makes sense. There's nothing else we want to call there. I mean, we can call more, but we don't have to. Oh, and there's an Ethic Buster Reverse as well. So that is our raid setup. We've got the grade 2, we've got the break raid, and we've got the Ethics Buster Reverse. So we are all set to go, which is very good, very pleasing. Okay. Just attack? Yep. I think this guy is quite a good player as well, judging by the way he's acting. He's playing the main, which is strange. I mean, the main is a fairly reasonable choice, but just know what I would do. Right, well, Toolboy is definitely going behind the Vanguard anyway, so there's no reason not to do that. We don't actually need 2 of you guys. I mean, they're not really doing much. We're going to need that later on. We're going to need you for rearguard circle. And we're going to keep this Perfect Guard in hand, obviously. I think I can call this guy without any real issue. I'll just call you here. Ideally, I kind of want this guy killed, so We're going to attack with a Vanguard first, just in case we can hit a trigger, a heal trigger. Because the heal trigger wouldn't activate if they're on... this is only 17k, so it doesn't matter. Okay, he's got the Mordred Phantom, so he's got the Break Ride turn. Is he looking for Raging Form? Well, he got another Mordred, which probably isn't what he wanted. Maybe he doesn't have Raging Form in hand. Maybe he's looking for a second Raging Form. It's very difficult to tell. And the thing is, by the time he gets into Raging Form, a few turns will have passed. Yeah, that's the right choice. Oh, well, that's a good draw trigger. It's now Vanguard attack Vanguard? Yep. He only needs one trigger to pass. There it is. Well, there's one of his Raging Forms gone, which is only a good thing. It's nice that you left that tool boy there for me. That is pleasing. So we are going to go for the Break Ride. And there's the big Tiggy itself. Thanks, Buster. Again, I don't really want to go calling any of the rest of this. If I had a grade 2, maybe. I don't want to call this too early because I don't want to get destroyed before I get to use its effect properly. So we're just going to do this. Nothing there. He must be aware that it's going to be a while before he gets put onto 4 damage. Generally at this point you can tell whether an opponent's a good player or not. And I think he's aware that this is going to be a long game. It's not going to be a quick one. It's not one where the opponent's going to be stupid enough to put him on damage early. So for everyone that doesn't know, the Break Ride effect only activates when they have 4 or more damage. And if you go to 6 damage, then you lose the game. He just discarded a heal trigger. Well, he's got no counter blast for that Blast of Dark, so I can't destroy anything. I'd maybe put the Dorian on the other side to get that unflip effect, but no, he just felt he needed the 12k. No triggers. And yeah, that was a bit strange. Game just taking a while to process there. So now he's got a 9k and a 12k, so might as well take care of the tool boy. I mean, that's free. Blast Dark. Not going to do anything. So again, I'm on 3 damage, so I can't go into the Empty Posture Reverse this turn. So I'm not going to. We do have a grade 2 here. But how do I get that to activate? I'm just trying to think if I could do multiple damage. I can, but I don't want to. So I'm not going to. What I do want to get rid of is both of those rear guards. So what's the best way to go about doing that? I think... Have I got enough grade 1s? Yeah. I can call this here without any problem. And I can call this here. Let's do that. And I don't invoke. What I can do with that combo is I can have this, stand this, and then when this restands, Card Blast 1 to stand this, and when this restands, this stands, then I can attack for 14 again. But it's only worth a while if, you know, it's got like multiple triggers on it, which was just something interesting that I wanted to point out. I must be thinking about Card Blasting 2 to get rid of the grade 2 ape, but he knows that'll put me on 4 damage, which means that I will go into the Ethic Buster Reverse next turn, which might be what's happening. No, okay, he just wanted rid of that. Never mind. Thought we were maybe going to get some cool stuff. We still might. Let's see where this goes. Now that'll put me in 4 damage at least. Very slowly. My goodness. And that is 16, so I mean you can attack Vanguard if you want. Yep. Nice time for a heal trigger. Keeps me on 4 damage. Means I'm not under pressure of being on 5 damage. That's good. Yeah. Let's go for it. Here's the Ethics Buster Reverse turn. So, in his Card Blast 1, lock a rear guard and discard 2 beast states. So, what 2 beast states am I discarding? I think it's going to have to be a perfect guard, which sucks. Going to call you here, and we're going to use this effect. So I shall lock this rear guard, and I shall discard you, and unfortunately you. Alrighty, let's get this 12 to the opponent's Vanguard. And then 23 to the Vanguard, which restands my field. Oh, that's a nice time to heal. What is going to be the issue here? I will put it on the Vanguard. That's nice, I'll put that over here. And then I also draw 2 cards. So 12 here. And you can attack here. And the Vanguard again. That's nice. Put that over here. And attack again. And that's how you kill Shadow Paladins. Ethics Buster Reverse is very cool. And also that's my first time of ever actually playing Ethics Buster Reverse. And it just straight took me to rank 10. Wow, that was surprising. And there's the Blasted Dark Avenger, which is what I was after. Oh, that's very nice. This is a much faster stream than I thought. Only 15 minutes in, we've already accomplished the task. And let's show off our pretty reward. The reason that we were doing that. Revenger. Yes, build the deck. So the reason we did that is, so this Blaster Dark and this Blaster Dark Avenger, they're both the exact same card, but the only way to get this pretty artwork is by doing that little event. So add him in, and now we have one of this nice artwork and 3 of the original artwork. We shall save that. And as far as I'm concerned, that's me done for ranked for the rest of this season. So now let us swap from and we are back. We are now playing Supercard Season 7. It's very rare for me to actually stream playing Supercard, but we have this nice Road to Glory event, and I just remembered I had all of these off. So let's go into the Road to Glory, as this Dominic Mysterio is a pro, which is fantastic. As you can see, the team has actually done quite a lot already. So let us get right in against the Elemental J Uso. There's my team, Soul World Order. I am Soulless, that is one of the names that you may know me as. And I just realised I can't play with this in the corner there. So, tag team, we shall use the 2 down arrows. And we shall use this microphone as it's part of the Super Pass challenge, is to use a microphone 100 times. Which is why my team have that in there. Okay, this is female. I believe that's my female card. The double heroic Song of the Devil. And there's one of my teams, Kofi Kingston, is the 312th card, which means that he got to number 312 in the season. Very, very cool. Tag team is Pro AJ Styles and an 8,960 Kofi Kingston. Not as good as the 316, obviously, but still in the top 10,000 of Supercard, which is a very, very big server. There's a lot of people that play this game. And there's another Sonya Deville. This one isn't mine, this is in a different artwork. It just has another double heroic Sonya Deville. And then the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah! Dig it! Macho Man. Sweet. Tag team, so put in John Cena and Rey Mysterio. Isn't even a pro Rey Mysterio, I don't know who the hell put that in. I hope people are not trading their cards on my team Road to Glory. I will shout at them for it. I will not accept that. Here's the King Corbin. And Bianca Belair, the winner of the female Royal Rumble 2021. And she will be going to WrestleMania to take on a champion of her choice. Male solo, we're going to have to put in this Batista. It's a very weak Batista. I hope that is not one of my team's best cards. And we'll use my Valentine's Day Walter. Very lucky in getting that pro. AJ Styles and Sonya Deville. As you can see, a lot of my team have these heroic cards, whether it's single heroic or double heroic. Some of them just have event cards. Just a very, very good team. And so World wins 13-0. Very nice, very nice. And that shall help towards the team. Some people ask if there's any reason for patterns for these things. There isn't. It's just random. I like to try and keep it kind of like mathematical, where there's a reason for these things. I can hear some noise outside my room. I think maybe a cat is trying to get in. Something going on out there. Just to help speed this up, I'm going to use 100 coins, just get 12 of these, because in my team we've got a minimum of 200 points that you need to get, which I think is more than acceptable. I think if you can't reach 200, you really shouldn't be in a top tier team. You shouldn't be in a Royal Rumble 21 team. So, we shall use the microphone again and a tag team of all these Kofi Kingstons. So we shall just use the two weaker Kofi Kingstons, just in case the other ones have to. I can actually just do this and make the size of this little thing, this little icon, just a little bit smaller. Make things easier. And we'll put in the Roman Reigns, the Behemoth Pro Roman Reigns. And let me move you up to the corner here, on the sides. That's that 312 Kofi Kingston. There's a lot of Kofi Kingstons in this team. That's just a Fusion Swarm. Sometimes my teammates come and watch the streams, but normally I'm playing things like Carpet Zero or Duel Links or something like that, so it's not the same game that they're interested in, and obviously they weren't aware that I was going to be playing this today on the stream. There is the feature with his famous catchphrase of acknowledge me as your tribal cheeks. That's not his phrase. Isaiah Swerve Scott has been doing not an awful lot on NXT recently. Tag team of Farouk and Roman Reigns. Farouk, aka Ron Simmons. Very, very important wrestler in history. In fact, there's a documentary on the APA, which is Frick and Bradshaw, and it's very good. It tells you about the history of Ron Simmons winning the WCW World Championship for the first time, which is a very, very important moment in history. It was a great thing that happened, and it's a real shame that it took so long for it to happen. But I mean, wrestling has evolved so much now. It's really quite a fantastic thing. Let's put in Wade Barrett. Did Wade Barrett have a unique thing for the microphone there? It sounded almost like Wade Barrett's voice. That little microphone bit. That's pretty cool. That is cool if that is what they do, but it just seems like a lot of work if they did that for every wrestler. I doubt it. Gargano with the Gargano Escape, which isn't his finisher anymore. It's now the One Final Beat. And we just recently had Vengeance Day, and Gargano versus Kushida was arguably the only good match of the entire show. Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor was good, but the wrong person won. I don't know why they're keeping the belt on Finn Balor. Pete Dunne had everything going for him. I assume they've got something planned down the line. It might be Finn Balor versus Edge at WrestleMania. That would be cool. They did the stuff with Adam Cole. I think if that is them breaking up, there's the Tribal Cheats. If that is them breaking up Undisputed Era, I think they did it in the wrong way. I think they could have had a much bigger storyline out of it rather than it just happening. So we'll just need to see what happens with that. Again, in case of waiting and seeing. Finn Balor and Damian Priest don't tag with each other. For anyone that doesn't know how Supercard works, you kind of want the arrows facing the opposite direction. So if you've got one that goes down, one that goes up, then they tag together perfectly. If they both go down, then they won't bother each other. But if one goes down and one goes left or right, then they'll fight with each other, meaning that it's a tag team that doesn't get along. and it will lower the strength of the team. There's a maximum limit of cards that you're allowed to have, and once you run out of cards, what you have to do is you have to feed them to someone. So let's see who we have for feeding. We'll feed Mr. Gargano. We'll just use this to get rid of him. There we go, 56 cards gone into Johnny Gargano. We're down to 344. Let's get back into the game. Nice and simple. A lot of the time when I'm playing this, I'm not actually really looking at the screen. You know, I'll generally have a Let's Play on in the background. I'll just be clicking away here. It's only when it gets towards the end of it that it starts to become a problem. It's because the team that I'm in, the team that I've made, is very, very powerful, that these smaller teams that you face near the beginning don't handle up as much. You know, it's just your power level is bigger than their power levels because we put the effort in and we've got the better cards. But when it does start getting towards the end, it does require a bit more focus. You get to start deciding which card you're going to use, but at the moment, it doesn't really matter. On occasion, you see a wrestler using a finisher, like Kofi Kingston's just about to do the Trouble in Paradise there, which is a big spun kick. Very cool. And when they use their finisher, they get a... Well, they don't just get a special animation, but they also get a power boost as well. So this is the way that this game works. So see here, as they're both up arrows, it means that they won't fight with each other, nor will they help each other. Like, they just exist. And because this is an up and a down arrow, this means that they'll complement each other, you know, in the same way as, say, Animal and Hawk from Legion of Doom would. So it actually gives them plus 10% to all stats. And some people, like, they are much better in a tag team than as a single competitor. Like, I always preferred the Dudley Boys together as a tag team, although Billy Ray as a character on TNA was fantastic. But really, Bubba Ray and Devon is, you know, that's the legacy of the Dudley Boys. It's similar in a way to Matt and Jeff Hardy. Like, that was really when they were really good. Even when it was Brother Nero and Broken Matt, that was much cooler than when they were separate. And Edge and Christian, obviously, you know, they are, you know, such a charismatic tag team. You know, they were really good friends in real life, and that translated to the screen, which is very cool to see. Although sometimes you get great singles competitors like Undertaker and Kane, who can become a fantastic tag team. Although Kane was very, very good. Glenn Jacobs, he's very good at, you know, working with other wrestlers, you know, helping people to get over. Like the Team Hell No stuff with Daniel Bryan, that was all fantastic. And Kane didn't really need it. The two-man power trip example, yeah, exactly. That was Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Both singles competitors started teaming with Shawn Michaels. And Stone Cold started off with a few different tag teams, most memorable of which is the... I've forgotten the name. The Hollywood Blondes, that's it. Him and Brian Pillman. That was how they started. And then Stone Cold came in as the ringmaster, working under Ted DiBiase, took the hair off. He was losing his hair. He said that you wouldn't have shaved his hair off if he still had hair. He says, why would you shave it off if you've got long, beautiful lock? But if he was losing the hair, then why not get rid of it? It's, you know, a different look. And it's very respectable. Because, I mean, sure as hell worked for him. Stone Cold looked like a complete badass. And Braun Strowman, I think, was doing a similar thing. You know, he had the long hair and started Maybe losing a bit of it, just like shave it all off, and like the new version of Braun Strowman looks, absolutely horrifying. He looks like a true monster, which is exactly what he's going for. The stream has largely started to just be me talking about wrestling rather than actually talking about gameplay. But that's what happens as the team is quite powerful. And unfortunately, Supercard doesn't let you just start on, the team, well, the tier that you should be on. It does for ring domination, but it doesn't for Road to Glory. For Road to Glory, you have to go through the entire thing. So that is just what we are doing. Sometimes it does that waiting in network and then it kicks you out after you've won the game and it doesn't acknowledge it and you're like, oh, how dare. This is where the cards fight each other then. Yes, hello Conga, welcome. I am glad to have you here. The shame is Braun's got a nasty blood infection. Braun has a nasty blood infection? I didn't know about that. I'll need to look into that later. But yes, Conga, so this is... so I completed the Vanguard Zero event, did it in the first 15 minutes, and we're now playing WWE Supercard, which is wrestling. So yes, each of these cards, they represent a wrestler, and they do the wrestler's little moves in the ring. So let us go for Triple H. Okay, maybe it's just a generic sound, but it just sounded like Wade Barrett earlier. Yeah, I'm going to show you the little super move because it's quite cool. Super move is that it doubles your wrestler's attack. So as you can see here, they're on like 5 and 6 million, and it jumps to 11 million, 12 million. And then you get this cool little animation of them turning Super Saiyan. Suplex into a splash off the top rope. Then big super wah screen. Going into the Shaggy Ultra Instinct business. We'll put in the Mixo and Wade Barrett. I don't think those two have ever looked at each other, but apparently they complement each other, so okay. If you say so. And Kofi Kingston. That's a 3,000 Kofi Kingston. So this person got into, just under the top 4,000, 3,813. So another Kofi Kingston. This one's 8,960. And we'll go for Ron Simmons. Okay. There's part of me that preferred Farouk when he was in Nation of Domination than when he was in the APA. But when he was in the APA, he got to be a lot more like himself. And I think that's important for a wrestler, to have their own character rather than be, what's portrayed by the company. Female title, it doesn't matter what order we're doing it, so we'll just do the strongest and the weakest, as that generally tends to mean that you win. And finish off with Io Shirai, and once again we win 13-0, undefeated. I'm just tapping these cards. Oh gosh, it's always the last one. Well, it's a nice title, okay. So in case you're wondering what these little energy things at the bottom are here, there's multiple different things in Supercard. So this is the Team Road to Glory, which I need to wait in some more bouts. We've also got the Team Battleground going over here, which is where my team fights another team. And if I click Get Started, you'll see that it gives me my own little team. That's quite a strong little team. It's 3 Royal Rumble cards and 3 Behemoth cards. What is my team? I'm 121. Yeah, I've got the highest. I've got the strongest deck. It's actually the strongest deck out of both of our teams, which is very cool. It's nice to see. So there's that going on. There's a team Road to Glory. So these are all things to do with team. This is the team here. The team is all of these different people, which are all very good people, very good players. We have 2 new players in because we had to kick 2 of them because they just weren't putting in the work, which is a damn shame. And so as well as the team event, we also have Wild, where you can just play random single games against other people. You've got the PvP, where you can play, once it loads up, you can play War, which is where your little team goes up against another team. You can play a Royal Rumble, where you've got a team of this many characters. You've got the Women's Royal Rumble, which is exactly the same, except females. The Elimination Chamber, which is quite a cool little concept. You've got these guys, and you throw in a card each time, and the cards don't regain the health, so they stay with the damage they've got, and the idea is try and take out your opponent's team before they take out yours. The Women's Elimination Chamber is exactly the same. As well as that, you also have a King of the Ring, which you put your team in against 16 other opponents that do the same thing, and you have to try and beat them all the way to the finals. And it's an event that takes up to 12 hours time. But we also have a Fusion Chamber, which is a nice way of getting a nice, pretty exclusive card. And just activate that. And in an hour, that will be finished. As well as the Fusion Chamber, we also have the Performance Center, where you can get your character trained up without actually having to do anything. You just leave them there. And then we have the Super Pass, which is our new event thing. So in week 1, you've had to do all these events. The only one I've got left to do is to start 6 SummerSlam 19 recipes. So I've started 3 of them. Number 2, we've done everything. And number 3 just started today. So as you can see, you've got to use Super Move 25 times. You've got to win a match using a microphone 100 times. You've got to acquire 2,500 super coins. Win a match using Walter 100 times. So luckily my Walter's in there, which will help the team with that. You've got to acquire 2 Walters, which isn't easy because Walter wasn't in Gothic or Neon. So it's just a case of waiting until you pull them, just randomly. And as a bonus, when you complete a week's quest, you get these Valentine's collectibles. The draft board is literally just a draft board, that's all that is. And if we go into store and you go into collectibles, you will see what you can use these hearts on. So if you get 400 of the hearts, you can open one of these packs, and you're guaranteed to get either the SmackDown Savior, Seth Rollins, or the Man, Becky Lynch. Which both of those are very, very powerful cards, and if you can get a pro of them, it would be very, very, very strong. So it's better to go for that one than going for any of the other ones, because they are some of the strongest cards you can get in the game at the moment. So that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to continue grinding away at this Team Road to Glory. As you can see here, if we go into Team, you can see how many points everyone has. So the minimum you need to get is 200 to stay in the team. And within the first 2.5 hours, people have already got 100 points, so they are very good. I'm on 65 points myself. Yes, that's me. I know what I look like. And see these ones down here that say 0 points? Don't worry about that. That's generally just they're in a different time zone and they haven't woken up yet. And when they wake up, they will start grinding themselves. And if they don't grind, then, well, they are unfortunately kicked out of the team. That is just the rules of the team, I'm afraid. And if you play Supercard yourself and you are interested, do let me know in the comments below, and I will see about adding you